We picked up a quest earlier on from Marshall McBride in which we are to deliver a letter to this guy right here. It's our class trainer. Everyone, whether you're an orc or a human, warrior or warlock, you'll want this quest because you need your trainer. They're one of the main reasons you get stronger as you level up. Let's talk about that. Every 2 levels, we should go see our class trainer to buy new spells and abilities. There are trainers scattered throughout the world in certain towns and quest hubs, like the starting zone we're in now, but you can always reliably find your class trainer in a capital city. When you go to your trainer, the dialogue box will show you tons and tons of spells. The spells in green mean they're available for you to purchase and learn, the red means that you're too low level, and green means that you already have them. You'll also see that there are many, what seem like, duplicates of spells. They're actually higher ranks. What this means is, if you want your spell or ability to do more damage, heal better, buff you and your party with more stats, you have to get higher ranks of that spell. Spells just don't automatically get better because you're a higher level. Also, as you might guess, you have to have the previous rank of a spell in order to get the next rank. Any spells or abilities that use mana will retain their ranks in your spellbook. This means that you can have simultaneous access to both Frostbolt rank 10 and Frostbolt rank 1. Just because rank 10 does more damage does not make it strictly better, as rank 1 has a much faster cast time and a much lower mana cost. Using lower ranks of spells intentionally is called downranking, and it's a very common strategy, especially among healers, for saving mana. As a warrior though, we don't have to worry about that. We just got 3 new abilities, Charge, Rend, and Battle Shout, so I'm going to open up my spellbook and drag them onto my bars. Easy. On top of that, when we go to buy higher ranks of these spells, we're not going to have to worry about replacing the spell on our bar either. Spells can get really expensive. That's why it's commonly advised that while leveling, you only train the spells that you're going to use. As a mage, will you actually use Amplify and Dampen Magic? As a paladin, are you really going to use those resistance auras? I mean, you might, but if not, save some money, and trust me, you're going to need that money. Mounts, repair bills, other spells, crafting recipes, items, it all adds up. So every 2 levels you should go see your trainer, right? But you'll notice that about every 10 levels, you'll be greeted with a quest from that trainer. Now your class quests are almost always worth doing, as they usually give you spells and abilities that are vital to the mechanics of your class, and sometimes they give you good gear. Warriors get stances, druids get forms, shamans get totems, etc, etc. If I had to pick one thing to say is my favorite thing about Classic WoW, it might be this. The quests usually feel so epic, even when you're only level 20. They really make you feel and work for something that definitely shakes up the way that you play and solidifies your identity as whatever class you are. They're so iconic, and oftentimes require the help of many friends. I mean, they'll sometimes take you all over the worlds and make you go through a long chain, but there's no replacement for the reward that is the feeling of finally finishing a class quest. I'm looking at you, Water Totem Quest. Now, on top of all of that, once you hit level 10, you receive a talent point every level, and you can spend it in your talent tree. Each class has a different talent tree consisting of 3 different branches, corresponding to the 3 different schools of spells that you get. For example, on our warrior, we get Arms, Protection, and Fury. But for now, we'll look at our shaman, who has Elemental, Enhancement, and Restoration. You invest these points into some talents, most of which give you passive buffs, some add certain mechanics to your class, and some even give you entirely new spells and abilities. When you go deep into one tree, we call it your spec, or your build. So you can have something like Prot Spec, Arm Spec, Fury Spec, Two-Handed Fury Spec for warriors. Mages can be Deep Frost, Arcane Frost, Fire, Palm Pyro. Having this spec and talking about it, it gives people an idea of what your purpose is. So the more talent points you invest in one tree, the deeper into that tree you are allowed to go. When you invest a talent point, it is there permanently. However, you may go to your trainer and have them reset your entire talent tree for a fee. The fee usually starts at 1 gold, then 5, and then goes up by 5 gold every time. And every month, however, your respec cost goes down by 5. The lowest it can be is 10. So to help prevent picking something you don't actually want, or misclicking in-game, try using a talent calculator online. I'll link one in the description. From trainers to talents to class quests, there's such an awesome incentive to level up. These features and mechanics also contribute heavily to the social aspect of the game, as you'll see people all over capital cities and in different towns, and these mechanics also make leveling up fun regardless of how long it takes. And by the way, it's going to take a long time to level up. I'm talking over a week of in-game / played time for people who already know how to level. And if you've never leveled before, it'll take you months of real time to hit level 60, and if I'm honest, I fucking love that. The leveling in this game is not a gate to content. The leveling in this game is content. And it's easily by far the best leveling experience I've ever had in any MMO. And oh, wait, hold on. We're talking about what happens when you level up, not the whole leveling experience. There's a big world out there filled to the brim with quests and dungeons and secrets and tons of fun stuff to see. We'll just have to talk about that next time.